Hey guys, J-Man37X bringing you episode 134, the finale of Epic Battle Fantasy V. At least, version 1 of Epic Battle Fantasy V. Last time, we took on the final boss of the game, the Devourer, and the Cosmic Gigalith. You know, let's not forget that the Gigalith was certainly there. You see, I just noticed that it actually has a chance to drop chili peppers. One thing I meant to mention about the Devourer, you may have noticed, if you looked at its page here, it has a 0% chance of dropping these 4 extremely desirable items, but the fact that it can drop them at all means that you can actually steal them. So these are actually renewable resources. You know, it takes you until the very end of the game, but eventually you can actually obtain these items. And, you know, granted, you have to get through the Cosmic Gigalith, and you only can steal from him once, and then you have to leave and do the whole thing again. These guys don't drop anything of value. But yeah, basically, you know, with some of the steal strategies I told you about a couple episodes ago, you can pretty consistently get the chili pepper in pizza. But if you don't want that, you can just tweak your steal level. It's pretty easy to manipulate this stuff. So, but the chili and pizza are very reliable to get, which is good because they're, you know, extremely helpful. Anyway, complete tangent. This time we're going to be doing the only thing left. If we take a look at the medals here, we've got them all. Of course, I had them all before, because, you know, I played through on Twitch first, but I've done everything that you would need to do to get every single medal in the game now, and we're going to be looking. You see these guys aren't here, which, again, they haven't been here. I'm sorry, I'm ruining the narrative here. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and head into the final room of the Grand Gallery. Everything's made. You see, this is a very, very ornate, very nice-looking room. And I forgot to wipe her shoes. That's fine. I'm sure this place has very good cleaning services in it. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to this guy standing right in the middle. This is Raymond. I can't remember. I think he's probably been referenced before. He's the owner of the Grand Gallery. Actually, this is kind of his place. He's got a surprise for us. And yeah, it turns out he's actually giving it to Natalie, which is an interesting choice, but, you know, he'll elaborate on that a little bit here. Why her and not me? Is this a coup of you conspiring behind my back? So yeah, Nat's apparently a regular visitor here, you know, presumably before the events of this game. Because this is, again, to reiterate, this game, I think the actual events of this game take place over just, like, a few days. And, like, from beginning to the very end of the game is, like, it's, like, less than a week, I think. So before this, you know, Natalie was a regular here. And, you know, yeah, the rest of the guys just kind of steal from, maybe not Anna, but everyone else, they're kind of shady. Yep, so he's already done it, and he's going to take some gold bars, of course, for their, for the afterlife, as you do. My gel, like, even Lance is trying to honor this arrangement here. Okay, finally have a place to hoard all our treasures. That is very good news. We got a lot of weapons. A lot of weapons and equipment we're carrying around right now. Okay. And we've officially finished everything there is to do in Epic Battle Fantasy V. We did it, boys and girls. We did it. And to the player, too. Meow. And then if we go over here, this bookshelf, there's a hidden note. It says, congratulations, you win the game. This is end. Please buy a second copy. Yeah, been there. I've done a few giveaways already. I bought a handful. So you see there's a bunch of chests here. We'll just go ahead and start cracking these open. You'll immediately notice a trend. They basically all have, I think all of them have 2 steroids and 1 other, like, healing item, usually one of the rare ones, as you can see. Again, same with the Temple of Trials. There's no really valuable things here. I mean, again, by the time you do this, you've actually done, and that being said, they couldn't really put anything in here, because to get here, I think you actually need to have all the equipment and stuff. So, you know, this place, it's alright, because I actually don't think it's possible to get here, if you're still missing anything. So if we go to steroids, you see you get one of every type of steroid, which is pretty cool. Might as well go ahead and use these up here. You see there are 2 still encounters left. Some eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed there's a few enemies, very few enemies we did not see in the entire rest of the Grand Gallery, and they are located here. So, let's start with the one on the left here. I'm not here. Let me just take a quick look at my equips. I'm not gonna worry too much about what I'm coming into this with. Status on is good. Yep. All right. This is probably all fine. Actually, you know what? Let's how is this looking for us? Oh, right, he's good. Okay, let's try a little bit out of freeze legs a little bit. Here, become lovable, sure. I just want to see what are the odds on that. 100. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so between him and Anno, we should be able to make pretty easy work of these guys. That's 14 for damage. So this is where you fight the pixels. You know, this is an enemy. You know, you didn't see them. You thought, oh, maybe they're just not in the Grand Gallery. Nope, they're here. Pretty much every single enemy in the game is here that I can think of, at least. Besides the are the bombs in here, actually? I'm not sure if non-capturable enemies are here, now that I think of it. But anyway. So let's just do a no-leg stall. Evade down and bad luck, so I think these guys are guaranteed. Because Anna's accuracy is, as usual, it's a little bit lower than I always think it's going to be. So the Great Pixel can be frozen, the Dead Pixel can very easily be stunned. So this should be an absolutely no problem to keep these guys incapacitated for a while here. Okay. And of course he's also frozen for 2 turns, because in doing some of the V2 content, I found out that status effect no legs is actually very strong. It's nothing to kid around with. It's actually very powerful. Just the fact that he has a really good freeze and a really good stun weapon, and both of them inflict the status for 2 turns. And the guys, they have a hat and a chest piece for boosting status chance. So he gets 2 pieces of status boosting here as well. So it's really no slouch in the status department. It's not something that I personally made use of throughout this playthrough, but next time around, maybe. Certainly might. Here, let's just go ahead and keep this guy up a little bit. Okay. He'll probably die from no legs' attack, but yeah, just in case he doesn't, we'll just... Yeah. Alright. Oh, I forgot it does proc Ice Shard at the end, though. That's kind of the crap. Okay, that's the crappy thing. I think that actually gets removed in V2. The fact may unleash Ice Shard while attacking. This is a problem because this directly goes against the freezing. It'll just immediately thaw them out, I'm pretty sure. So I think, because I remember using that weapon, and I don't recall ever doing that, so I think that's something that actually gets changed, which is very nice. Okay, so we're gonna kind of keep going slow here, because we can. There's not really any rush here. There's not a whole lot for us to cover this episode, so actually, let's put it back up. So I'm all right with taking a little slow here. Okay. What I want to do is this, just in case. I think. All right. I thought some of the pixel foes were actually impervious to status effects, but I might just be wrong on that. At least, like, you know, the debilitating ones that I enjoy using. What do we got left? These guys, okay. And the green pixels. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, this guy could be stunned and frozen and all that. So I'll have no legs. Good, use the no leg stall, which, you know, makes sense when I say it out loud. Evade on these guys, not a problem. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is the only thing that's actually going to get to attack pretty much the entire fight. And, you know, it is not going to live very long. He's not even weak to holy cheese. We're like, yeah, these guys are 8 levels higher than us, and we're still kind of just wiping the floor with them. Alright. Am I still on? I actually might not be an epic right now that I think of it. I should be. I can't. Yeah, see, that happens. I should be. I don't see why I wouldn't be, but I'm gonna double check after this fight. A little awkward. I thought they did seem unnaturally easy. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. That's oh. That's a new NPC here. I forgot about that sound clip. I hope weasels eat your face. Okay, so, yeah, I totally messed that up. I think it should respawn. It'll definitely respawn eventually. What a way to end it off here. I mean, that being said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually bother to redo it, because the strategy is the same. I'm just gonna keep them locked down forever. Yeah, this guy had Shroud. I should have noticed that. He didn't have Shroud. Okay. But, I mean, it's just gonna be the same strategy. So, and you saw they only had one possible opportunity to attack us. I think I'm alright here. If it's, you know, if there's time at the end, I might do it again. But this is the one that's actually going to be challenging. This one I'm actually going to prepare for a little bit here. So, let's see. I think I'm okay with the slime staff here. Lance, oh, that's good too, actually. This is the one that some people, I think one or two people at least had left comments about this one. The guys don't have a whole ton for holy resistance. What's the power of healing spells? Try Wizard Matt or Wizard Lance here. No, I need holy damage or holy resist preferably. Actually, you know what? No, let's give him something to boost the power of dark skills. Screw that. Yeah, right. Wizard Hat's fine. You get the Riot Shield. That to curse him. I'm not sure if this is all necessary. I think the rest of this is fine. Alright. Alright, let's hop in. Yep, it's the Omega Dragon. The Omega Dragon actually gets its own separate encounter from the other dragons. And it also gets boss music, which I only just remembered. Which is pretty interesting. Yeah, it specializes in Holy and Fire, but it can use any element, so resisting is not that useful. Of course, you can't incapacitate it with any major status effects, but of course, we can go for Weaken and... Oh, I should... What's this accuracy? Oh, yeah, okay. That was very lucky that we actually got that attack up. I forgot I still don't have the Putrid Whip capture back. Whoops. Alright, that's fine. That's good enough, I think. Jeez. Okay. Alright. Alright, that was... Why did no legs not good? Just miss him, I guess? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna have Matt buff himself, and then I think I'm just gonna... you know what? No, we can keep Matt. Let's do some magic defense buff here. Yeah. And just go for another Weaken. Weaken is the important one, as usual. I'm gonna prioritize keeping the whole Weaken. Okay. Kind of annoying, but it's otherwise not that impactful. Let's go for Tired as well. Let's just stack them up with everything we can. All right. And let's see, Curse again. Alright, so he did miss there, but now that he's tired, the evade is going to continue to decrease, so we should be alright. Someone's evade or accuracy really bad. Nats is pretty bad. I don't think that's necessary. Let's do a Nat Doll. There we go. Hopefully Lance doesn't die, like he tends to do a lot. That's alright. We can make do with that. He's staggered, okay. Let's bring him back just to say we did. And then, well, they're debuffed actually, so you know what, that's fine. Let's try bomb. Nice, okay. The throwing weapons actually have been buffed significantly in... Wow, that was a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. They've been buffed significantly in V2. The damage is increased on all of them, and I think the status effects they inflict are like 100. Like I think this has at least 100% chance to stagger in the new ones. This inflicts like a pretty big stack of poison, I believe. Oh, speaking of poison, these guys can be virused up and all that stuff too. I don't think we have Beauty Worm with us, but we can go for some virus at least, or poison at least while we're here. Okay. And let's well, actually, you know what? Just well, let's see. No, that's right. Yeah, you're. Wait, what? No, this doesn't inflict the stats. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, we'll just try to peck with him, I guess. He's really more of a magic attacker at the moment. Wow, okay, that was... that was more than I bargained for. Alright, he does keep charge when he's dead, which is interesting. Oh, you know, we have all our limits, too. I've been holding back unnecessarily. Hold on. I'm pretty sure we could just revive Lance, buff him up, and then kill this guy immediately with Black Hole. Yeah, because he does have Black Hole. Okay. All right, this should be more. I totally forgot that I just have all of my limits active right now. This is nothing. All right, Lance will die, but you know I think that's a pretty fitting way to wrap it up. All right. That's it. That's the last fight in the entire game that we hadn't done yet. And, I guess just for fun. Oh, I didn't even mention this song, actually. It's different, too. Let me get everyone healed back up. We'll do this in Epic, just to say we did. Yeah, it'd be kind of unfortunate to come all this way, and then there's that one fight that I just, you know, didn't do in Epic for no particular reason. Oh, wait, hold on. One more thing. I gotta give No Legs his freezing weapon back here. But while we're doing this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity to just speak a bit about my plans moving forward. So as I said, you know, this is the end of EVF version 1 playthrough, but I will be doing. I've been getting some questions about this. It seems like people are interested, which is very good news for me, because I was hesitant, like, oh, are people really gonna want to watch me do an entire second playthrough of this game? And it turns out, yes. It seems like that's something that y'all are interested in, which I'm very glad to hear. So I will be doing a full second playthrough of this game, version 2. I'm gonna be, you know, so it's gonna have all of the new content. I'm gonna be showing it all up. I'm also planning on running it with all of the remixes, so that includes the that's the faux remix, which changes what enemy, which changes, you know, what enemies you find in which encounters. That includes the equip remix, which completely alters every single piece of equipment in the game, so they all have alternate uses. And that includes the weather remix, which is going to, again, just kind of mix up the weather in, I don't know about all, I don't know the depths of the weather remix that well, but one I did see is in the, in No Man's Land outside of the Iron Fortress. There's actually a new weather that I don't think is even in the base game called Smog, which just inflicts Shroud on you randomly get inflicted with Shroud between turns, including enemies, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I don't think that's even in the game, at least as far as I'm aware, so it seems like there's some new weathers that are being added to that. I will not be doing randomized equipment, so, you know, where I show off items, like where items are shown to be is where they will be, you know, equipment-wise. I think a lot of the placement is similar to version 1, but a lot of pieces of equipment have been moved around. As I'm doing some of the new version 2 content, I'm finding more and more instances of equipment just being in new spots, and then I'm like, oh, here's this equipment that I already have, because, you know, it was balanced after I got all the equipment, or it was, you know, moved around then. So that's kind of interesting. What do I even want to have you do? Here, let's just give add another turn for Protect. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be running with the faux balancing yet. I might. Basically, one of the custom challenges allows you to it makes it so that every single area scales like the optional areas do. So every encounter will always be sufficiently leveled. But on the other end of that, optional areas will now give experience because everything is balanced the same way now. So it's kind of interesting. I haven't decided, I haven't really thought about what major impacts that will have on me doing the series. So I haven't really decided one way or the other on that one yet. But, you know, it seems harmless enough, so I might go for that one as well. And I will also not be doing, there are options to enable either forced 2 or 3 player battles so that you don't have any of your backup. And in the 2-player ones, you don't even have a full party. I will not be running with those either, just because, you know, I want to be able to I want to be able to show off as much stuff as possible. And, I suspect actually having my backup will be quite useful. So, we won't be doing that either. But the major things are going to be the 3 remixes. I'll be showing off, you know, the alternate version of every single part of this game. Reflex, sure, why not? That will be happening once it's out of beta. I don't want to start covering it while it's in beta, quite, you know, at least in that depth. So that will be happening once version 2 is fully released. You know, he's still adding some new features here and there. You know, there's always a possibility that it's going to continue moving some equipment around. So I want to make sure that it's, you know, that I'm fully ready for it. That'll give me a bit of a break in between anyway. On Twitch, once the full version launches, I will be doing, I guess I'll just weaken this guy. I'm going to be doing similar to that. I'm going to run with all the remixes. I will be doing the equipment randomized location. And I also plan on running with about every single challenge that's in the game. I'm particularly scared of that run because I'm alright at this game, but some of those challenges are downright nasty. Foe counterattacks is going to be turned down. Enemies are going to have new resistances, so a bunch of stuff's going to be like immune to stun, freeze, and instant death. You know, wait, speaking of instant death, I can just kill this guy instantly. No, they just realized that. I totally forgot that could happen. So stuff like this, you know, this guy will probably be like immune to instant death is one example of a change that I suspect I'll see. Turn timer is one I probably won't run. One I probably won't have on when I'm doing it, just because turn timer, it's not really that appealing to me. And also, sorry, about the YouTube playthrough again, there's some of the challenges and cheats that I'll be enabling too, ones that I think are fun. One is going to be the one that allows you to equip any extra skill to any player. That's really fun. I'm looking forward to trying that. So basically, you could have, you know, Lance who can learn auto-revive and heal more, or can learn revive and heal more. And, you know, Matt can learn, I don't know, some absurd extra spell. Like, he can learn Fire Spin, you know, he can give him Purify. You know, you could do whatever you want. I think that's going to be really fun. So that's one that I'll be running on both runs. I'm just trying to introduce as many wild cards as I can to make it stand out even more above, you know, the previous playthroughs that I've done. So those are kind of the plans that I have for the upcoming re-coverages, I guess, or re-playthroughs of this game. So yeah, I've got 2 more full playthroughs coming up. I think that was everything I wanted to mention. I also suspect that when it's fully released, I'll be doing some giveaways. I don't have any of the details for that yet. I might contact Matt and see if he can give me some codes. If not, I'm more than happy to buy as many copies of this game as I deem necessary. I got no problems with that. So, just trying to think. I mean, you know, I've had an absolute blast. We finished this game in a little over a year. That's a little bit better than the over 2 years it took me to finish the 4th game, just because, you know, I ended up having to take multiple breaks while I was doing that. But I really tried to stick with the upload schedule this time, at least 2 a week. I'll probably continue with the 2 a week schedule. There might be a bit of a pause in videos coming out. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm tempted to do some of the version 2 content, maybe even during the beta here on YouTube, on this very save. you know, this is something I mentioned I didn't want to do, but I'm okay with doing it in addition to the full second playthrough. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, if that's something you're interested in, or if you'd rather just wait and see it all as it comes up in the second playthrough to keep the second playthrough completely fresh. Really, either suggestion seems viable to me. I haven't really decided on it yet. But either way, there might be, you know, about a week or so without any uploads, depending on what the decision is and all that stuff. But I think that's going to do it. Thank you, everyone, very much for watching this video and the other 130 plus of them. It's been a great ride, and I'm certainly looking forward to part 2. Check out the description for a link to my Twitch. Like I said, if you want to keep... if you're interested in seeing some more version 2 coverage live, and also earlier than it probably will be on YouTube. I've been covering version 2 on Twitch for a few weeks now, since the Patreon beta came out. So you can check out the VODs on that if you want to catch up. Check out the Discord to keep up to date as far as, you know, what the plans are for YouTube and Twitch. Probably in the EBF5 channel on there, we'll be talking about the very question I just posed. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, this is weird, but I mean, I'm not really ending anything off, because I'm just gonna be kicking off a new playthrough in like a month. But yeah, hope you guys have all had a great time watching, and I've certainly had a great time. I appreciate all the amazing comments, tons and tons of people who are very knowledgeable about this game, knowledgeable with this game. Tons of good comments. I love hearing from you guys, I really do. I try to respond to every single comment that I can see. YouTube hides them from me sometimes. I'm rambling now. Appreciate you guys, I really do. Hit 2K subscribers. I'm looking forward to moving forward. Yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out, and I'll see you guys again in version 2.